Lights, camera, action. We should be live. Good evening, everyone. It is Sunday, May 25th, 2025, and welcome back after a week hiatus. It's really more like 2 weeks off if you think about it. It's 13 days between streams, as last Sunday I didn't really want to compete with the Leafs, but we're back this Sunday. I see a lot of people in the chat already. Jeanette is here, Medano, Vivian Johnson, David Ing, Boom Productions, Susan, Wesley, Math Doctor, The Ottawa Wanderer, Jillian Felix, Jennifer Gallo, Whippy Dude, Medano, H9, Mary W, Kaplan, Drew Costin, Jellybean, Stephanie Jackson, who else? Aiden Thompson McGuire, John Nicholson, Jeanette Morales, Alicia Lewis, Gertej is here. I think I got everyone. Jenny Krutzkamp. Sorry if I missed you. Jollykins, I just saw your name as I scrolled up. I almost said squandered up. H Hustle is here as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been an interesting Sunday, and I see we already have over 123 people in the chat. Just a reminder, subscribe and hit the bell if you want to be notified when I go live next, probably next Sunday, same bat time and channel. I will be posting a little more regularly on this channel in terms of videos that aren't live, so stay tuned for that and make sure you click the bell as well. Crystal says my hair looks lovely. I literally went out, got caught up in the rain, came home and like lied down in my bed and watched TV. So I've got a bit of bedhead going on. I just kind of fixed it with my hands, but thank you for the compliment. But we're gonna get the stream kicked off with a much needed adult beverage. Medano. I tackled some edibles last night. I watched a couple of movies. I watched Drop, and then I watched Freaky Tales. Freaky Tales was pretty freaky on the edibles, so thank you for that. I didn't have any left over for tonight's stream. I was going to have some tonight, but I got into them last night, and you know what that's like when you start taking those. So we're going to have a Blood Light, Hazy Pale Ale, 4%. Thank you, guys. Ooh. Camera focuses on me. Focuses on the can. I could do this all night. I don't know about you, but let's just make this the stream. I'll just hold shit up. This is a new lens I'm using. This is different from the last live stream. So hopefully the bokeh is a little bit better and things look a little bit better. I'm still not set on my live streaming settings with this camera, but it should look pretty dang good compared to the crap I used to put up here. Peter Bradfield says, hi, Johnny and all. I may be lurking for a bit, not watching long. Oh, sorry to hear about your headache, Peter, but hopefully you feel well. And let's open up this drink. And it is only mildly overflowing. We're just going to wait a second. Mike is here. I just read your comment, Mike, on one of my recent videos. But cheers to you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Happy Sunday, start of the week, end of the weekend. The Ottawa Wanderer says, I refunded my GoPro yesterday. It's funny you say that. I've been trying to get out and do live streams on the e-bike. I really don't like it when I use the camera on my chest. It's just kind of like, it's really hard without mechanical stabilization to like make it look good. I did a 4K live stream with the phone chest mounted, and I really didn't like how it looked. Like the 4K looked excellent, but I wanted to go back to doing bike streams with this thing, but I just cannot get it to not cut out. I use a wireless connection with my streaming software, and it has just been a choppy, buggy mess. It doesn't matter which DJI Pocket camera I use. I've tried a million different configurations. There's just so much wireless interference. I cannot get this thing to stream properly. And the one time I did get it to stream properly, the wireless audio was cutting in and out. So I said, fuck it. I got this. So I bought the 4, not the 5. I looked at them carefully. I think the 4 is hopefully going to be the answer to our e-bike live streaming woes. So I might even go out tomorrow and live stream on this. I need to test it. I did a test inside and I wasn't having that like choppiness. I set up the networks all on mobile. Everything was good. Hopefully this is the ticket, because I can implement software or a hybrid of Horizon Balance, not Horizon Steady. I think one of them, Horizon Balancing or Horizon Steady. I can use that on the e-bike. It's going to be 1080p. It's not going to be 4K. But I just want to be streaming on the bike and have it not look like a shaky, jumbly mess. So we're going to try this. If this isn't good, I'm going to take it back, and that'll be that. The Ottawa Wanderer says, I thought if the pros do not use GoPro or DJI Osmo, then not good. You'll notice in a lot of like film and TV productions, like reality shows and stuff, they always have an action cam like strapped to them. They use Osmos and GoPros pretty evenly. I just prefer this brand. I've had so much bad luck with GoPros. And my other cameras are DJI, and you can record like 10-bit log on that. So, well, fake log. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to experiment with that. If I can get it working more, we're just going to start doing more e-bike live streams, because why not? We can ride out to Mississauga. Christo says, are they expensive cameras? The Action 5 is like $549 or something. This was $299. So like, yeah, we're going to try it. If it's good, I'll keep it. Money well spent. If it's not, I'll take it back. Not the end of the world. We'll just take it back. But yeah, these ones, $299. That's for like something we're going to be using for several years. Probably do over 100 streams on it and videos. That's an easy good purchase if it works out. We'll just say that. The Ottawa Wanderer says, I think they're meant for more casual use, more than... It depends how you set them up, but they're for, I think most professionals, they're secondary cameras. Not many people use them as primary. Stephanie says, don't you wear those cameras on your chest? Yep, it's got this magnetic mount. This is taking all my might. There we go. That's how strong it is. So yeah, this piece here clips on to your chest mount. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Mike says, Johnny, are the Rode wireless mics better than the DJI wireless mics? In my opinion, yeah. In my opinion, these sound better, but if these are a 9.5, the DJI mics are a 9, like 99% of the people aren't going to tell. Just get the whichever ones are cheaper. If you're using them with the phone, get the DJI. The DJI have a way better receiver to plug into your phone. Whippy Dude says, did you ever do your postponed GO train trip to the suburbs? No, I didn't get to do that last week because it was raining pretty much every day when I wanted to go. So I'm hoping I can do that maybe tomorrow, maybe Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. We'll get that up and rolling. Jack CW says, your thoughts on the new Google VO3 AI video plus sound maker? Google, it is freaky how good their AI is getting. They've like bitch slapped ChatGPT. Yeah, scary times. The good news is the appetite, at least in terms of like what people are watching on YouTube, is more towards not AI stuff. AI is very much a novelty. I don't know about you, but if I turn on a video and I hear an AI voice talking, or I suspect this isn't a person who made this, I just turn right off. Even if I don't know, there's just something really disingenuous and shitty about using AI as anything but like a special effect or like something you need help with. Cool. But if your whole video is made of AI, or if you have like an AI voice talking, nah, not going to watch it. That's shit. And I don't think anyone else should be watching that. Krista says, my daughter wants a Mac Pro M4 for a graduation present. Why are they so fucking expensive? Good question. They are. So we'll pull the green screen up and we'll start sharing my screen on here in a little bit. I just kind of wanted to hang out like this. We're up to almost 190 viewers, 186. Tiana is here. Tiana says, what's up? So this weekend was Doors Open weekend in Toronto, where a lot of institutions and buildings open up and let you go inside and look around. Some of them don't allow filming, some do. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's like a bird chirping that is very loud in my building. One of my neighbors got one. But yesterday I wanted to make a video and do a live stream, and because the TTC was running shuttle buses I wasn't aware of, and it took me way too fucking long to get downtown, all I did was the live stream. So today I went downtown. I got to the DD Center at like not that late. I want to say just after 1 p.m. And they already cut off the line and we're like, it's closed. I mean, I think they closed at 4, but there was all like, it's pouring rain. There's a 2-hour line at the TD Center. All I wanted to do was go there and make one video. That was my goal today. So I made the video walking to the TD Center, but I didn't get into the TD Center. So I guess tomorrow's video is going to be like doors not open Toronto. City Hall, massive line. I think that was Ken's video tonight. Old City Hall, massive line. Campbell Museum, massive line. Osgood Hall, massive line. It's really, really unfortunate that you could only like get to see 1 or 2 places amongst like the really popular ones in a given day. Yeah, so I don't know. It's I don't know the solution. It's obviously super duper popular and a lot of people want to go.
Weekend stupid doors open.
Moments with your name is cut off. Let me go to your channel and see what that. Moments with Muzzy. Papa left me all alone for the weekend. Stupid doors open. Thank you for the 279 moments with Muzzy. I'm looking. You got 3 cat videos on your channel. Neat stuff. I see mouses. Late night exploring, canopy living. But thank you. Sorry to hear your papa left you all alone for the weekend. Whippy Dude says, too bad they didn't give you a press pass like the auto show. I don't know about that. But yeah, I think the best thing to do is just go to the places without the lines. I don't know. People are lining up to places that they could go in anyways. Some days of the week, they're just open to the public anyways. So, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I have mixed feelings about doors open. I think it's really cool, but I just think spending 2 hours in line is kind of shit. Maybe they can have like an online reservation system, like show up here at this time, show your QR code, you come in. That way you're not standing in line for 2 hours. I don't know. That might be a much better way to do that. It is 2025. Like, why are people waiting in queues? We know why like gelato shops do it and like clubs do it. They want to buzz. They want to see a bunch of people lined up. It's good marketing. But something like this, like lineups, they're so passé. Like, take a number, go on time. I don't know. Toronto Boris says City Hall was busy yesterday, but the observation deck was worth it. Yeah, Ken said it was worth it, but still, I can't do an hour and a half, 2 hours in line. I don't know. I just can't. I don't have the patience to stand there. Even if I'm with like my best friend in the whole world, I don't think I want to spend 2 hours standing in a line. That better be like a front row for Leviathan or something at the end of that line. Jenny K says, lol, down with lineups. Yeah, I was willing to do the one lineup today at the TD Center, but they cut off the line. You'll see in my video. I asked the guy, like, can we still get in if we line up? He's like, maybe, but we're not accepting people after 3:30, and it's a 2-hour line, and you just look at a billion people in your line. So I'm going to line up for 2 hours and not even be guaranteed to get in. So that's what happened. But then I walked to St. Lawrence. I got into the St. Lawrence North building, which was actually kind of cool because you could go up and go inside a few of the provincial courtrooms. Lisa says, dude, it was 3.5 hours just after 10 a.m. at TD. Yeah, I don't know. That's not good. Janice Pike says, too bad it's hard in a wheelchair. Yeah, I don't know the answer. Just let people register online, a time, show up. I don't know. Lisa says, bailed on that line. The TD Center was the one thing I wanted to do today. That picture you see in my thumbnail, it's actually the wallpaper of my computer. You'll see that in a moment, was from the TD. So I went. Lisa says, Old City Hall moved well. Old City Hall did not allow filming inside, unfortunately. I thought they did. I'm glad I didn't line up for that yesterday. It said photography, yes. Recording, no. But yeah, that was the story of my day. I just Ended up making a video walking to the TD, but at least it's in the rain. It's atmospheric. I got to see an accident. There was a coach bus that took a turn a little too tight going from Yonge Street onto Gerrard, and it like hit the scaffolding of like the Concord Sky Tower they're building. Lisa says they didn't. Well, let me tell you, people were filming and Lewis Millard was there, so that was awesome. Neat. Maybe I should have gone to Old City Hall then. Maybe I should have gone there. I'm pretty sure doors open. Toronto. I'm pretty sure they had no filming on their... I'm pulling that up right now. Doing some super... Old City Hall. View details. Photography and filming. Photography tripod. No. Interior filming permitted. No. Interior photography permitted. Yes. There you go. I guess they weren't enforcing that. I don't know. Lisa says it was really busy. Anyways, that's my story for the weekend. Watched a few movies last night. Did a live stream. Went to Grazie. Pretty good restaurant. Vivian Johnson says the Pand was filming. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I stayed away from that today because I saw interior filming permitted on their website. So I'm like, I'm just going to go to TD. Lisa says the green roof was open. Howard Charco says rules are meant to be open. You could have went to the distillery district and filmed that security guard. I could have. We'll see if that guy even remembered me. But anyways, what's new with you guys? What's going on? Feel free to ask me anything, almost anything. Toronto Boris says events like Doors Open really help me build up cynicisms that develops when you live in a big city. Hey, we cracked 200 viewers. Cheers to you. Thank you so much. I think it's about time to get the screen sharing going on. So we're going to convert. Look at that. Now we're going to go through the magic. Get down in the corner. Get out of here, you bum. There we go. I just put myself in my place. This is where I belong. The only reason I didn't go more to the center courtyard to take the picture was it was raining. This isn't actually... Is this a picture? This is either a picture or a screenshot. Johnny, if you ever consider going to the Falls or New York, take Via Rail. It's way faster than Go Transit. Says, yeah. Usually I drive when I go to the Falls, and might try taking the Via. I don't know. Or the Go train. Are you an Oilers fan? No, but I hope the Oilers win. It would be nice to see some Canadian content. Cam says they're bringing back Pepsi Blue. Neat. Bring back Crystal Pepsi. They did bring it back. The Ottawa Wanderer says, I don't know if I should go to Toronto, get a new computer or surveillance equipment. That's quite the conundrum you have there. Tiana says, what have you been making for dinner? I had leftover grazie today. I had 4 leftover pieces of a pizza I ordered, the Stefania. It's a mushroom pizza. And then I made myself a smoothie, protein, creatine, normal smoothie. And I had, I was a bad boy for breakfast. I ordered some McDonald's Uber Eats. Not McDonald's Uber Eats. McDonald's, they use DoorDash. I had hotcakes, sausage links, coffee. There's just something about that hot McDonald's coffee that's so good. It's better than what I can make here. Jenny says, Johnny Stumbles, can you get me back the hours I spent watching the Leafs lose? No. Nobody can. You made that choice to watch the Leafs. You live with that choice. Jillian says, ever thought of doing something for Canada Day? I'm actually kind of busy on Canada Day. I have plans. Maybe fireworks, if I can be free at that time. Cam says them hotcakes are like crack. Yeah, it pisses me off when they don't put the syrup in the package, but luckily today they came through. They gave me the syrup. They gave me ketchup for my sausage. McDonald's, you came through. You did good. And it's like What's crazy, the McDonald's app, you can get 4 combos for like $20 delivered. If you go to Uber Eats, that same deal is $45. So yeah, use the McDonald's app if you're doing that. Use the McDonald's app. Jenny K says I should have stopped you next season. That's not my responsibility to stop people from making poor decisions and what sports they watch. Boom says always found Grazie to be loud like a cafeteria. It's like loud, but in like a good way. It's full of energy. Like it's like rustic in there. It's always packed. Their food is like really fucking good. Like there's a reason why Grazie is like a neighborhood staple. It's I also really like Sip Wine Bar, but Grazie is where it's at. And I went in there last night. No reservations. It was packed. There was like a billion people waiting. Walked in. Can I get a table? Yeah, we'll get you one in a few minutes. Gave me a table right at the window. Like, yeah, I'm a fan. Is that a Canada flag on top of the TD tower? It's not on top. That's just a flagpole that runs out of the middle of the thing, whatever, courtyard. I'm always a little bit skeptical to pull up a web browser in case there's something on there that shouldn't be shared, but here we go. Billy T says Lakeview Diner. Is that too distracting if I put that there? It makes it easier for me to read the chat, but then people watching it, I could hide the chat. I'll just put it over here. Tiana says I could eat hash brown and sausage forever. Oh, those McDonald's hash browns are so good. So good. Jellybean says I don't have an interesting browsing history. Well, there's a reason I use a private browsing. And there's a reason we're using Firefox and not Chrome. That's all we'll say. Pat75 says I accidentally exposed an image to someone in a meeting. Luckily, it was safe for work. Did you remember to put pants on? You didn't accidentally stand up and show the world your tidy whities, or even worse. Susan says, I thought it was funny that your focus at OCAD was the view from the windows. I thought it was kind of like a pedestrian looking school. There wasn't really a whole lot of interest in the school. And like, I'm always a sucker. I wanted to go to the TD Center today to like look out the windows. That was my goal for going there, to see the view. I don't really care about interiors of buildings so much. That's just kind of the way I am, right? And OCAD, it's like, I've seen OCAD from every angle. I thought it'd be cool to like see out of OCAD. Did T-Shots make you crave McDonald's last night? She was eating a McFlurry. No, sometimes in the morning I just don't feel like my breakfast smoothie, especially on a non-workout day. And all I have is like brand cereal. So I pull out the McDonald's app. Lisa says the TD interior is pretty sick though. Yeah, they've kind of kept it, and it's like original Art Deco fashion. Do you ever use a VPN when you travel? No, not really. If I went to like somewhere authoritarian, yeah, I would use a VPN, but I don't. I've never had an issue. Never had an issue. So what are we even doing here? Oh yeah, I was looking. What is Action Kid up to? Videos. My mother's childhood home, Hong Kong, exploring. He's in Beijing right now, right? Beijing, exploring Saturday afternoon. First time in Beijing. Today. Might pick up a Chinese copyright. That's pretty crazy that he's able to live stream, even though they've got like the Great Firewall of China where Google services are blocked, and that includes YouTube. He figured out which VPNs to use because there's only a few you can use, as well as the mobile plans.
It's nice to know there's some entertainment here. You can
Lisa says, I assume you saw Not Just Bikes video today.
watch the people go by.
Yeah, Not Just Bikes did a video on the Cheonggyecheon stream, not the river, but the Cheonggyecheon stream. You might recall they tore down a highway and made it a river, and traffic got better. 269K views. Yeah, excellent video. I thought there might be a little bit more on the other measures they took on surrounding streets when they tore down the highway to sort of alleviate the traffic problems. But other than that, terrific video. I've done 2 videos walking along the Chunky Chan stream. I did a few live streams along it. It's one of my favorite places in Korea. It's just an awesome, like linear park within one of the biggest, craziest cities in the world you'll ever go to. So really cool stuff, really cool video. I think he did an excellent job. Lisa says that's why it stood out to me, your lives. Yeah. It was one of the first places I ever went to in Seoul as well. But yeah, like this could be Toronto if we tore down the Gardner Expressway. Like every traffic engineer has come to the same conclusion. Get rid of it. And here we are keeping on to it because as suburban car brain voters, it makes no sense. But yeah, they actually had the courage to get rid of their eyesore going down the city. What was the phrase in the... I forget. Mike says, do you have Discord? I use Discord. I don't have my own Discord, but I go on other people's Discords. Janice says, McDonald's used to make pizza. Wonder why they stopped. McDonald's used to make excellent pizza. When the Skydome opened, they served McPizza at the Skydome. But yeah, that was an excellent video. I did the NIMBYs on Bathurst video. I'm surprised I didn't get more pushback for this video. There wasn't more like... I even checked the comments that YouTube blocked. Like when I did my Doug Ford is trying to kill us by ripping out bike lanes video, there was like a pretty large amount of people that thought I was an idiot. And fortunately, like, people get it. These are like ridiculously absurd actions being taken by, well, putting up posters by the businesses on Bathurst. They only stand to see an increase in business. The sky isn't falling. You've had years and years to plan for this. You know, rapid TO isn't a new thing. It's been around for like 4 or 5 years. And all of a sudden now, I don't know, but cool video. Maybe I'll have to go to Dufferin Street, another street that is under attack by those evil transit building monsters. Claudia says, I watched some of your DuPont videos with family. We really enjoyed them. Thanks for them. Thank you, Claudia. I enjoyed the Bathurst rant. I used to live near there. Yes, ranting. There's a reason why I'm not a political commentary channel. I don't have it in me to... Yeah, words are hard. Words are hard to articulate a coherent and enjoyable to listen to argument like a lot of those political commentary channels. I just kind of go on a crazy rant and you can easily dismiss me. All right, Stephanie, go enjoy sitting outside. It is a beautiful night and I need to clear out my balcony. I also did this. Since 2018, when I started this channel, this was kind of an odd video for me. This was something I wanted to do for a while, just showing off the different equipment and gear that I use. I actually edited 2 versions of this video. I have one that's like 9 minutes long where I cut out all the jib jab about my old equipment and it was just like what I'm currently using. And then I had like this extended version where I kind of went through all of the stuff that I've used before and I talked a little bit about it. And in hindsight, I should have uploaded the shorter video, but live and learn, right? I haven't done too many videos like this before. I should have used more B-roll, but hey, I think I got the lighting and the color grading all right. By the way, I color graded this myself. If you want to see something, just to show you, we'll pull that up. My starting point for this, gear, A-cam. So this is what you saw the final guess, or the final, and this is what it looked like before. So I recorded this in log. So log is like, it's almost black and white. It's got a whole lot of information, but you really have to unlock it. So this is kind of what I've been learning. This is called Sony S-Log 3 is the format. So I had to teach myself how to color grade, and that's what we got. So that's exactly the same video. Jennifer Gala, thank you. It's kind of fun once you start playing with it, right? Because you're like, what kind of look do I want? I warmed up the back a little bit. These lights weren't quite as warm. I made a mask for my skin, and I tried to get like the skin tone. I don't know. I put a vignette on it, so it's like kind of dark around the sides to bring focus into the middle.
I've used a lot of different.
It was pretty daunting, but it was fun. So yeah, color grading. Unfortunately, I can't do that with my walking videos because I shoot all in ISO, but Mike says, I still can't believe you joined the dark side, Johnny, and got a MacBook. Mac OS sucks. Mac OS does suck. I will never say it doesn't suck until they make it better, but I did this with Windows. So that's been kind of what I've been doing. Learning that. I bought this like shotgun mic for the camera, but it doesn't work. So I got to send that back. I bought the new lens. I bought some filters, but this is done. Can you make my pics look 20 pounds lighter, says Christos. Planet Fitness? I don't know. I don't know. Chris Mill says, I found it interesting. I enjoyed seeing the evolution of your gear. Thank you. Toronto Walker says, can someone please explain to me what is a B-roll? A B-roll is kind of like complimentary footage, right? Like here. Receiver to attach to a smartphone, so I don't really use them for live streaming. That's B-roll. All my other videos, you'll notice I usually that's B-roll. Onto me, they're quite handy. They have 32-bit float. I think the DJI. It's when you show something that kind of like A-roll is your primary. Awesome. Camera, right? So whenever you see a video of a guy and it's just it's called the talk or girl, it's called the talking head video, where they're just sitting there staring at the camera talking about this, that, whatever. Anything they show that isn't them is B-roll, right? Like if they're talking about a product, they might show using that product. If they're me just droning on and on endlessly, B-roll is whatever else I throw onto the screen. Lisa says, is this the new lens? Yes, this is the 16 millimeter 1.8 aperture lens. Steve Otropic says B-roll is filler or stimulating fills in an edit. Yeah, it's anything that's not A-roll, right? Some people buy their B-roll. You can go to like... Oops. Why did you just get off of there? We'll bring that back. You can go to Storyblocks. So whenever you're watching a video and someone like mentions going to the doctor, and then there's just like a random dude going to a doctor in the video, and it like is clearly not something he filmed, that's B-roll. They just went to a site like this and they have a package and they bought that and they put that into their video. I think Not Just Bikes always makes his own B-roll. Some people prefer to do that. Steve Tropic says Google's VO3 is going to decimate stock video footage. Maybe. Probably. People are eventually the stuff's just going to integrate with like your editing software, right? You're literally just going to within DaVinci Resolve like say I need this, and it's going to come up with that. But fortunately, people aren't really taking to AI from like it's fun to make, but it's horrible to watch, if that makes any sense. I think that's the best way to describe AI. It's like a toy, but I don't think it's going to like revolutionize what we see so much. I think people are going to definitely prefer this old school stuff. Tiana says, I wish AI didn't exist. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's cool. It can help. It can help for stuff, but it is what it is. Let's see what's going on with BlogTO. Gertesh says, I hope AI is not Skyet. Mike says, do you use Final Cut Pro for editing? No, I use DaVinci Resolve. I have DaVinci Resolve Pro. Toronto is getting a new street food night market where everything is under $10. That's a really cool idea, because it is crazy going to like street food vendors and paying $15-20 for a meal. It's like, I could go to a pub, sit down and order a burger off the menu and it's like $17-18. Yeah, I have to pay a tip. But like, why am I paying that to go to like a food stall at like a street festival or something? So I think this is a really cool idea. Hopefully the portions are not tiny. I think this is going to be at the harbor front near the power plant. Let's see. Underground Night Market, alternatively known as Underground Night Market because, you know, style, is the latest venture to give Toronto residents the chance to spend some of their time pleasing their palates under the stars. Here's the real kicker. All the food and beverages available at the market will be under $10. See you never $25 cocktails in a plastic cup. Just reading your comment, Jennifer Gala. Neat. It's also taking place right on the waterfront, and it doesn't really get better than that. Transit to the waterfront could get better. I could think of some places that might be better, but I think that's cool. That's definitely something that I think people are getting stretched pretty thin these days. And like I just balk at a lot of the prices I see at street food festivals, right? You'll be at like Do West Fest or something and you'll smell tacos. You'll be like, that's really good. And you'll see a sign, it's like 3 tacos, $18. And you're like, to eat on a busy street, rubbing elbows with a million people, I don't want to spend $18 for tacos like that. Lisa says, Strides, I was gifted a succulent today. How do I not kill it? I water mine like once every 6 months. That's all I do. That's all I do. Maroof says, I don't like AI because kids are not actually getting their homework done the way it's supposed to be done. They just type it in and give them a 500-word essay. Write me a 500-word essay about why Johnny Strides is a great YouTuber and make it so that it cannot be detected that AI wrote it. So put in a few mistakes and errors that make it look more human. It should start with a joke and end with a joke. And look at that. Sure, here's a 500-word essay about Johnny Strides written in a natural human-like style with some minor grammar quirks and typos to make it seem more organic. It begins and ends with a light joke as requested. You know you're getting older when your idea of a fun Friday night is watching someone else walk around the city, but somehow Johnny Strides makes that feel like the best seat in the house. Johnny Strides is one of those YouTubers who doesn't need crazy stunts, flashing thumbnails, or over-the-top editing to get your attention. He just picks up his camera, hits record, and walks. Simple, right? But that's the beauty of it. There's something surprisingly calming and entertaining about seeing the streets of Toronto and other places he visits through his lens. He gives you a sense of presence, like you're right there next to him, dodging sidewalk puddles and waiting at red lights. This is like a pretty good essay. Anyways, I better stop writing before I start narrating this essay in my head like I'm walking down Yonge Street. Besides, I don't want to trip on a typo. I heard that's how keyboards get injured. Lisa says, if I wasn't already questioning my patronage. Hey, this is pretty good. I don't know. Yeah, so I see your point, Maroof. I see your point. You know, like, it's at the point now where, like, I think if you go to your doctor and you're like, I have an itch on my ass, and you explain a bunch of things, they'll just, like, pop that into ChatGPT and come back and tell you what it is. Like, I swear, like, we're at that stage where, like, it's doing that. Jenny says even more scary is that it sounds like Johnny would say. Now hit the audio button after telling GPT to make a podcast from that. Is there an audio button down here? There is one where I think I have to log in. But there's like a picture one, right? I'm going to continue with Google. Let's see. All right, let's do this. Draw an image of the Johnny Stumbles Sunday Night Live stream. Tools. Create an image. Johnny Stumbles is doing a live stream from at home on Sunday night. All right, so it's drawing me. We'll see what it does. We'll see what it does. Whippy Dude says they used American spelling. Hey, I told it to make some mistake. Lots of people are creating images right now, so this might take a while. We'll notify you when your image is ready. At least they do it. A lot of these AI creation sites, they want you to like buy credits and then you spend credits on them. People are using software to check for AI and disallowing it at school and work. That's why I told this one to make it seem human-like. And really, how can they like know that? I don't know. You know what's crazy? AI knows all about me. It knows like my workout routine. It knows. I once told it my girlfriend was Godzilla, so I ask it like, who's my girlfriend? It'll say Godzilla. I'll say, what is my exercise tomorrow? And it'll be like, based on our prior conversations, this is what you should be doing tomorrow. And it'll be right. It knows, like, just based on all the conversations I've had with it, it's like saved all that information. And it knows so much about me. It's kind of scary. Jellybean says it knows you can't cook. Okay, we'll wait for this. We'll go back to a blog TO. We'll wait for that to wrap up. Popular Toronto Park has been venting flammable fart gas for a century. Yeah, no shit. It used to be a landfill. I've talked about that in some of my videos. Mike T says ChatGPT doesn't know your real name, but it knows Action Kid's name. I'm pretty sure it does. What is Johnny Stride's name? Johnny Strides is the online alias of John Hicks, a Toronto-based YouTuber. There we go. See, it knows my name. Hey, come on now. That's my Johnny Stumbles Sunday night live stream. Why did it make me look like that? That image sucks and it looks nothing like him. Do better. Hey, it's taken my advice and it's doing another one. All right. How's it going to respond to that image sucks and it looks nothing like him? Do better. Toronto Bridge was actually built for the British Army during World War II. Cool. That one is down by the exhibition, right? 2 Toronto homes are listed together for $1. That's kind of misleading. They are, but they're not really trying to get a bidding war. I think, well, they are. And they're also trying to like get some marketing for these homes, but I think they're just trying to find out like what the market value is and what people will pay. But it's also like they got into blog TO. Now a whole lot of people know about these homes. So kind of smart by the real estate agents. One way or the other. 5 new Thai food spots in Toronto you need to try at least once. Same Thai. Taking over the space left behind District Eatery. This freshly opened swanky Thai spot serving up classic dishes with the same but different twist. Sumtum Jinda. Oh, there's a Sumtum Jinda in North York? That's awesome. There's one on Gerrard. Taipei Tavern. Chef Nui and Jeff Regular of Pie fame have once again cracked the code to... They've opened up another one. How many places are these people going to open up? Penang Thai Midtown. Getting a massage after a hearty Thai meal may seem like something only available to characters on the White Lotus, but it's actually a reality. At the new sister location to Leaside's Penang Thai, the self-described complete Thai experience offers much more than a place to pick up some pad Thai. So you can get a massage? That's kind of weird, isn't it? Isn't that kind of weird? Justin says, what's your opinion on the Tesla Cybertruck? I think they look stupid. Thai Mart, this new Thai grocery store in Yonge and Wellesley, offers a slew of imported treats. That's neat. Where is this one? Oh, that's in Leaside. I wouldn't really call that Midtown. I wouldn't really call that Midtown. I would never go to any place described as swanky. I don't know about that. I think I could. Mexican food chain with an epic happy hour opening new Toronto location. All right. Cool. Cool, cool. Toronto Blue Jays push to work from dome is actually a fun way to work remote. I don't think this played out. This article, I saw this. Toronto's most cursed intersection about to be a total mess yet again. It wasn't that bad this weekend. It wasn't like a total gong show like that article said it would be. Canada's Wonderland water park opening delayed due to bad weather. Yeah, no shit. Who wants to go to a water park in this? Toronto Tower finally makes final push for tallest in Canada and first to hit super tall status. Yeah, I was talking to Ken about this yesterday on my live stream, but it is just short of 1,000 feet. That's going to be pretty cool. Hey, Phuket Walk is here. Greetings. Alex, Chris Mills is here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Those Cybertrucks are disgusting. Hey, to each their own. To each their own, but I wouldn't be caught dead driving one. What's going on in Reddit, eh? Should we do some comments tonight? I haven't done comments in a while. Anyways, picture a rain day in the city. That's a pretty gnarly picture. Looks like it's super duper oversaturated and over sharpened. What am I missing here? But awesome picture. How did they get that? Drone, probably? Something they're not supposed to be flying. Toronto Boris says that. How did you get that picture, Toronto Boris? It's, you know, that would be like an awesome, like IKEA should sell that as one of their like art posters. That's better than most of what they have. No, you're in the Daniels building. That makes sense. What kind of lens was that? But I think whatever you did to stylize it, I think it looks good. Probably looks a lot better than if you didn't. Lisa probably knows how to do that in like Lightroom or whatever. Neat. Toronto Boris. Neat picture. Picture patio season. Oh, people getting the patios out in their balcony. Minor bus accident. Yeah, this is actually in my video coming up tomorrow. I walked right by this, but the bus hit the scaffolding at Concord Sky. That's just too tight of a turn. Friendly reminder, when you are standing on... I'm one of these people, I know better, but I still do it anyways. I stand right up to the edge of the curb, but always pay attention to traffic that could be turning around you, because if someone takes that turn too tight, you're getting clipped, right? Especially if it's a bus or truck, always take a few steps back. They have these are actually for people that are blind, so they can feel it with their feet. They can feel the edge, this, whatever you call it, textured. I don't know. My brain's not working, but try to stand behind that. But yeah, this truck obviously, like, they could have taken a person out. Lisa says, I also stand right at the edge of the curb. I don't want to get stuck behind slow people. Yeah, me neither. But if you're going to do that, be vigilant, right? And keep an eye out for people that don't know how to drive and take their turns too sharp. Because there's one bus driver who might not be driving a bus ever again. That's kind of something you should be able to do if you're driving a bus in the city. The only place she feels safe is the bathtub. East End Toronto residents say noise from sound cannons is rattling their dogs. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I read about this somewhere else. Oh, I'm not logged into the Star, but they have these cannons to keep away the birds, and apparently it's like tormenting her dog and her because she can hear. It's one thing if you move into an area and like that was there beforehand, but like out of nowhere, the city just started launching these sound cannons. You missed the raccoon lounging in the patio seat. Oh, we'll go up and take a look at that. But yeah, tough. I feel a lot of empathy for her, and I hope the city finds a workaround to it. Where was that? The raccoon lounging? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Crystal says weird dog reaction. Maybe it's a normal dog reaction. Maybe a lot of dogs would react that way. But like people would also be like, if I had to listen to that constantly during the day, that would drive me nuts too. Rally in Toronto to stop Bill 5. Wilderness Committee is organizing a rally to stop Bill 5. This bill is proposing many things, including giving the Ontario government the ability to create species economic zones across the province and repealing the Ontario Endangered Species Act to replace it with a watered-down online permit registration system. Here are the details. Yeah, the province is just a giant grift to that piece of shit. It's probably... I think... Didn't, like, the Toronto Zoo come out on record against that bill? New series overcompensating this film mostly in Toronto. Can someone tell me where this is? It's driving me crazy. That looks like a brutalist building behind them. Where is that? I don't know. I don't know. Did someone get it? Northrop Frye, Victoria College, University of Toronto. Oh, someone found it. Awesome. I thought it might have been York University, but this guy Vix, this Redditor Fries. Unique bike share bicycle. Oh, someone put a lot of stickers on it. Came across this bike share bicycle covered in stickers, mostly names of U.S. states. Harmless. I don't hate it. Found the obscure local legend, and this guy is pretty common. You'll see this guy walking around more than me. Sandra says Bill 5 gives Premier Ford the power to sign off on any developments regardless of the governing laws. He sure could have used that when he wanted to pave over the Greenbelt, right? Yeah, it's gross. The Astral Media contract should be thrown in the garbage where it belongs. The bins break, the info sign clutters our sidewalks, and they're all poorly maintained. Yeah, these bins are horrible. And how much money did we spend on them? They're always broken into. PSA, if you didn't get into Don Jail doors open today, you can see everything except the gallows on any weekday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. free. Otherwise, arrive early tomorrow. We had to turn away lots of people. There's some neat information. Appreciate that this shop on Bathurst Street supports the change. Yeah, I pointed that out. You know what? I got a... They posted a story here. Thank you, Johnny Strides, for featuring at tutoon.gallery. And big fan. The Spruce Wellness Clinic made a post on Instagram. So I put their story on my story, but hey, they saw it. So I'm guessing if the business owners supporting Rapid TO saw my video, some of them who don't support it probably saw my video, which is excellent. But yeah, it's good to see some businesses speaking out. Lisa mentioned, I think in one of her comments, one of the businesses like withdrew their public support for going against Rapid TO. The rotting gardener makes for a good photo sometimes. Yeah, that dystopian, apocalyptic kind of photo, I guess. Neat photo, though. Was that another Toronto Boris? It's only Kotze. I've used one of his photos before. Expanded list of anti-bus lane businesses. Took a walk along Bathurst. Unfortunately, there's a ton of businesses part of the Protect Bathurst NIMBY group. Please boycott them at all costs. Ewenica, Bathurst DuPont Dental, Annex Social. You know, this is some fine work. Putting this list together. Maybe someone should turn it into like a YouTube short. I could use clips of my video and just say thanks to Pristine Training 70 at Reddit and list off these businesses. Don't support people who don't support the city. My local library knows how to dress their how to grieve what we've lost. You can't lose what you never had. You can't lose what you never had. Toronto Bourse says it's basically a list of business owners who like to park their cars on the street. Yeah, the Summerhill Market is the worst one. Like, they have friggin' parking. They have a loading dock in the back. Endless bike lane debates keep missing an inescapable reality. I read that article. It makes my head hurt to think about that topic right now. Toronto queer artists on why 2S LGBTQ plus is about more than just entertainment. I just say LGBTQ. I can't keep track of this. But hey, neat. We've got a thriving scene in Toronto. Woodbine Beach, Toronto. All right, maybe we're tapped out of the Toronto. Let's take a look at Ask TO. Toronto Boris says, yeah, but parking is a human right. Yeah, if like any streets need a bus corridor, it's Bathurst and Dufferin. Like, there's no argument that these businesses can make that make any sense at all. Perhaps maybe they should cut their ridiculous prices down a bit instead of blaming the rapid TO development for their businesses losing customers. We saw the same song and dance on Bloor Street. A lot of businesses were like, these bike lanes, no, we're losing parking. Same thing on Danforth. They build the bike lanes. All of a sudden, business goes up. Who would have thought people on bikes actually stop and go to places in their neighborhood? And if you give them a safe way to get to these neighborhoods, they will take them. Who would have thought, right? More of their business comes from people on bikes than people in cars parking on the street. You can always park around the street if you want to drive. There's plenty of parking spots around all of these businesses on the side streets. I don't know. Found tick on me today after a hike. What to do? Oh, come on. That's not better. Found tick on me today after a hike. What to do? Here's what to do if you found a tick after a hike. Remove the tick promptly. Clean the area. Save the tick. Watch for symptoms. Contact a healthcare provider. Or, go to the Ask Toronto subreddit and ask the whole world what to do if you found a tick on you. Like, friggin' Google, ChatGPT. You literally have everything you need. You have an internet connection. You have a device connected to the internet. Put that into Google. That's not hard. Why are you asking a bunch of strangers on Reddit what to do if you found a tick on you? I don't know. Lisa says this is not the hill. I would say, like, hey, I Googled this. This is what it said. I don't know. Attending fitness classes as an overweight person. Go do it. I didn't even read their question. Nor am I qualified to answer this, but I go to Orange Theory. Yeah, go do it. All right. I don't know why we went into the subreddit. Let's just close these. Janice Pike says, yes, please keep the tick. Should I do some comments? Lisa says comments. It's been a while. It's kind of a lower key night. Let me get the comments up. It's been a while since we've been through comments. Bada bing, bada boo. Jeanette says comments. Oh, okay. We've got this problem. Just give me a sec. I'll fix this. If I make this big, the problem is it makes my chat big. So I can just use a different web browser and I'll pull my chat up on that. Oh, what a ridiculous problem we have. Hey, we have 243 people watching. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Johnny strides. No, going to stumbles. Open strides. No, go. Pop up chat. There we go. There we go. I can make this text bigger now, and it's not gonna screw up my ability to see the chat. Cam says, no, I am not. Aiden Thompson McGuire. I know this has been said in many videos, but it can't be said enough. We need more bike lanes. They're safer and they boost local business. I'll never understand the resistance to making our streets safer and more accessible for everyone. The more, what was that phrase from Not Just Bikes about, I don't know. Could not agree more. We need to make less room for cars, more for cyclists, pedestrians, and transit riders. It's, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I don't know. Thanks, Johnny, for the tips. I hope I can watch your videos here in Brazil. You're welcome. I don't see why you couldn't. Lisa says 401 Richmond had a bunch of Jane Jacobs quotes everywhere, and it was really refreshing. Yeah, she, I wonder what she would think of the state of Toronto. Like, obviously, she would be thrilled with a lot of things. Like, holy shit, you guys have protected bike lanes. Holy shit, you have a premier who is trying to remove them. Like, it would be half elated, half rolling in her grave. I don't know. You have barely built any more subways since my time. Wanted to circle back and say, amazing video, Johnny. You said a few times you don't know what you're doing as far as color grading and the whole lighting. Professional setup. Look for this video, but to me, you nailed it. Video was clear, sharp, and from the... Okay, you guys are going to think I wrote this. And from the first second can tell it was shot with a more professional look in mind. You look amazing on camera. Maybe this will lead to a new path of talking head review-based content. Anyway, great job. Really loved the lighting. Thank you. I'm glad you appreciated it. That was the product of like a week of just playing around and tinkering and watching a million videos on like how to do lighting and how to do color grading. One of stumbles. How to do lighting. It also wasn't cheap. Thank you. Much appreciated. There's room to get better, and I look forward to improving things. Cheers. Hey, I appreciate the pat in the back. Chris says, I've stayed at that hotel across from IKEA several times, the Chelsea Hotel. I was just there a few days ago. It's funny, when you were making this video, I was on my way there from the airport. That's a really popular hotel, right? A lot of people, it's huge. I think it's the biggest hotel in Toronto, and it's not stupidly expensive. Like, and the location is fantastic. Like, I recommend people they look up the Chelsea Hotel when they're asking me where they should stay. Yeah, it's kind of 3-4 starish. I don't. It's certainly not the Ritz, but it's an excellently located, huge hotel, and people are always mentioning they're staying there. Tiana says my mom will be staying at the Chelsea. Yeah, you can't go wrong with it. Toronto Gal says, yes, the parking lot is very pedestrian hostile. This is about North York Sheridan Mall. The worst in Toronto. I almost got ran over several times. Thank goodness I live in Scarborough and don't have to visit anymore. Thank you for posting. I enjoy your videos very much. Today I was in the mood for watching your mall video. Yeah, that parking lot is pretty dang hostile. Thanks for watching. I don't know what to say to that. Whippy Dude says, can't believe they plan to demolish. That's been floated for such a long time. That land is super duper valuable. I don't know if they're actually going to do it, but the Chelsea is what stands between the path getting extended up to College Park or not, right? That's literally the property that the path has to go underneath. Mike, who is in our chat, says every business pretty much along that stretch might have to close. Laughing, it's ridiculous. Their outcry, perhaps it might be their outrageous prices and what's pushing their sales down, not the rapid TO implementation. I agree. Toronto Boris says, as someone who lives in Scarborough, this entire place is hostile. Someone died meters away from my driveway in a hit and run last week. Needs more traffic calming measures, right? Nobody, like that's terrible that happened, but nobody should ever be a victim of that. Like like hit and run should not be a thing. It should be hit, stay, called an ambulance, did everything I could to save you. It was a mistake, not I'm going to run away like a piece of shit, right? I don't know. Sorry to hear that. Never thought that Canada has IKEA. It makes me want that Swedish meatball. We've had IKEA for a long ass time. I remember being a kid in the 80s going to my parents would take us to IKEA and they used to have these ball pits. I think it was an IKEA, and they would be like, go play in this ball pit for kids. It's a festering mess of germs, I'm sure. And then an hour later they'd come pick us up. I'm pretty sure that was IKEA. Was that IKEA? Did IKEA used to have ball pits? Yes, IKEA used to have ball pits, primarily in their supervised play areas called Smallland, which are located near store entrances. I knew it. Whippy Dude says, I went in the ball pit. I was a little snotty kid. Who didn't go into the ball pit as a little snotty kid? It's so cinematic. Awesome. I don't know if it's cinematic, but thank you. Bagrat says, hello, good day, Johnny. Love your vids. Hopefully could see IKEA in a different place next time. I love that store. I went to the North York IKEA a few years ago and did a video, and Vivian, our CEO mod, scolded me for going through it too fast. I had a little too much happy feet, so I need to go back and do a slow ass walkthrough of an IKEA. Maybe the Etobicoke one, right? I did North York. There's one in Vaughan, but I think Etobicoke I could probably go do at some point. Amazing how similar the IKEA atmosphere is in the Toronto stores and how they compare to them here in Switzerland. We got a viewer from Switzerland. Amazing. Yeah, I found IKEA is very similar no matter where you go. The only successful tent there is Banana Games. Oh, that's about the shops at Aura. Vaughan is huge. Yeah, I have no desire to go back to that part of Vaughan. No offense, Vaughananites, but we went up there once this year. I went to Vaughan Mills Road. I walked around the most depressing downtown you'll ever see. If you're a suburbanite, fine, but no. I will wait at least a year before I go up in that area again. I was walking in that mall a few weeks ago. Coincidence. Lisa says, I was surprised you went back to Aura. Didn't I do that last year? I think I've done 2 videos through there. I don't know. It was like raining. It was a shit day. I needed a video. I have like a list of like easy videos I can go bang out on like a day like that. And that was just at the top of the list. So I went and did it. It was cool to see how it had changed though. Like it looks like it might have just been the time of day, but it looked like there were less vacancies. It looked like it was busier. I don't know. Glad to see them all improving. Yeah, me too. The food court was definitely busier. It had more shops open than before. But I won't do it again till next year, at least. This was a nice walk along. I say that and I'll probably do it next week. This was a nice walk along downtown Toronto, especially seeing what's left of the mall. Thanks, Johnny. Thank you, Roger. Along a very tiny portion of downtown Toronto. Loving the lighting in this video. Keep up the good work, man. Thank you. Thank you very much. Whippy Dude says, what did you think of Pacific Mall? I think it's neat. It's worth checking out. They got 1 million vendors in a really small area. You can see a whole lot. Will I be back there anytime soon? No, but I think it's cool. Definitely it used to be like amazing for getting like computer gear. There was just so many little PC shops back in the day. I remember buying a scanner there for my dad. I remember buying like a 56K modem from there. I remember buying other components. That whole ship has sailed on that place. There's not many of those places left, but it's cool. Deliveries in the central part of the city, i.e. Old Toronto, should be all done by key truck or cargo bike. It's ridiculous to need to make the whole city accessible to 18-wheelers. Yeah, Not Just Bikes did a video on how our fire trucks are like ridiculously oversized and how in big European and Asian cities they have smaller fire trucks that can respond faster and have all the same equipment and can do all the same shit, but they're way smaller. We just have this like oversized mentality in North America, and it's true of delivery trucks as well. If you ever go to Asia or Europe, you'll see that. Greetings, Will Lee. Is that the Will Lee? I was watching Camera Conspiracy's video, and you left a comment saying something about Johnny Stumbles. Was that you? Where are we going here? I was just like, I think that was you. Camera Conspiracies. Lighting tricks to make yourself look better. He's comparing like how he used to do his lighting to how he did. Was that your comment I saw? I saw a comment where someone mentioned me in here. Will Lee says, yes, sir. I'm looking for it. Why did I read all of the comments on this video? I don't know. And I read it on my TV too. Did I skip it? It's Will Lee. It has so many cool features you'll never use. Sell it to Johnny Stumbles. Yeah, I missed it, Lisa. Sometimes the old brain isn't working right. But thanks for that's like a $1,200 cob light. I don't think I could afford that. Mike says the Blue Jays are a bad team that gave Vladdy too much money, and Vladdy doesn't do anything to really help this team meet expectations. Well, the problem is Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro, but they're the ones who gave Vladdy the contract, so it's all related. I don't know. The Jays under this regime are a perennial disappointment. Under Alex Anthopoulos, they're making the playoffs. They were kicking ass. They were exciting. Who would have thought Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro would be such pieces of shit? Dylan Reynolds, hi Johnny, how are you today? I was totally in this video at the end. Wish I knew you and Ken were at the church. I would have come by to say hi. Awesome. Yeah, at the end of my live stream yesterday, I ran into Ken and he joined me and we went to the Metropolitan United Church. Beautiful building. Greg says, Johnny, I get all of my lighting from a company called Strobe Pro. They're located in Calgary, but ship for free and usually get it to you within 2 days. Neat. I bought my cob lights online from a Canadian retailer, and I bought my softbox online from a Canadian retailer. But that is one to keep in mind for the future. Thank you. Should call it doors open, lines long. Yes, they should. Sheena Roberts, thank you, Johnny. Enjoyed the stream and seeing the beautiful churches and great view of the city from OCAD. It was nice seeing Ken pop up in the stream too. Well, thank you, Sheena. I'm going to pin that comment because you were nice enough to leave $5. Thank you, Sheena. Glad you appreciated it. Jacques says, good morning. Holy cow, so many. Canada is going to turn. We're just going to remove that gross comment. That is a truly great organ. I have a great appreciation for pipe organs and music in Canada and around the world. The pipe organ is a very special instrument, and its origins go back to 1200. I was kind of hoping that they were going to play Garden of Eden or like Zamboni music. I don't know why. You guys are both in the top 5 of Toronto Snow Tube Walkers. My walk around retains the #1 spot. He's the GOAT. There's no ranking system, but sure, cool. I'll heart it. Nice, that's my home community flag. I don't even know what flag are you talking about, but okay. About bike lanes and pedestrianized streets. This is the experience from Montreal. Cafes and restaurants tend to love them. More foot traffic. Retail shops tend to hate them. Fewer parking spots. Not a perfect solution. It's an ongoing social debate from Montreal with love. They've been like pretty embraced in Montreal, and Montreal has been aggressively implementing more and aggressively implementing pedestrianized streets. I'm not sure that paints the true picture of Montreal, but it is an awesome city, and it's so much more progressive from like an urbanist point of view than Toronto. Like, we should be super duper jealous of them. We have a better bus network. Our subways are slightly more frequent. We have a better underground path, but they do a lot of things a lot better than us. It's an awesome city. I'm probably going to go back to Montreal before I go to another Canadian city. It's been a few years. I love it. I'll just leave it at that. I might go to Quebec City, but I want to go back to Montreal. And last time I went there, it was like -20 and covered in snow. So that might be the first place I go to this summer. The movement is one of the examples of how some Canadians are so ignorant. I think you meant ignorant, but point well taken, indeed. Lisa says Quebec City is stuffier, but I haven't been to Quebec City since I was like a kid. I've been to Montreal very recently. If no tissue paper, then should be water bidet with toilet seat. Canada need more clean public toilets. All right, I can heart that. Toronto or China. Like, it's a diverse city. Get over yourself, man. Get over yourself. Have you ever been to fucking New York or London? Like, yes, it's a diverse city. I'm just going to remove that comment because that's a stupid fucking comment. May 24th and May 25th, the Young Line was shut down between Shepherd down to College stations. That is a lot of stations and a lot of shuttle buses. This person spits facts. Lisa says, no, that asshole lives in their basement in Alberta. Normally, YouTube is pretty good at flagging comments like that. Like, if I change published to held, you will see the most offensive shit you've ever seen in your life. Like, YouTube automatically like holds back any comment that could be hateful or inappropriate. It misses some genuine comments too, so I tend to go through that and like release some. But normally comments like that get flagged. I'm a little bit surprised that one made it through. And I think if I remove enough comments by someone, YouTube just flags all of their comments moving forward. So there's like almost no point to banning someone based on comments. Like, YouTube will learn their behavior and it will start blocking their comments the more I remove them. I've noticed that. So it's kind of like a natural filtration system. But, you know, you can always just ban people, I guess, as well. I kind of like letting YouTube do it. William says, sorry I missed your live stream. Don't be sorry. Wonderful shot of the sky scrapers. Thank you. Beautiful shooting, filming, footage compilation, and a lovely piece of work. Thank you. We're not getting any spicy comments. I used to live right at Bathurst and Harbour. Good to see that old dilapidated place again. But the traffic there most weekdays is so terrible. If you open your windows, you get a fine brown gray dust coating your home. Where? What are you? What? The streetcars used to be amazing when we had the CLRVs. They were smaller and faster. They also were like giant sweat boxes. They could speed up at a green light and slow for a red much faster. They had more comfortable seating too than everyone. Okay. Lisa says, emptier streetcars, hilarious. Used to live there, but I still do, and I take the streetcar all the time. These are slowed down because they're hampered by cars and poor transit design, not because they're bigger. That's ridiculous. Just as many people take transit and they're getting the short end of the stick. Yeah, with Bathurst, those streetcars are busy. Trust me. You go to Bathurst Station and you'll never not see a huge crowd of people waiting to hop on a southbound streetcar. They need their own dedicated right away. They need signal priority. It's not the fact that they have bigger streetcars with more capacity. I don't know. And what the hell is he talking about? Like the bad air in that area? It seems like the traffic actually runs very smoothly in your video. I don't see any congestion despite the fact that there are parked cars along Bathurst. So where's the problem then? I cited the reasons for this in the video and acknowledged that I picked a calm time of day to record it. Yeah, this is like a watch the video again kind of answer. I'm not going to answer what's in the video. It seemed like a lot of the places with the signs were closed despite the curbside parking. The thing that kills me is the notion that they must have on-street parking space to get any business. But what happens when that space is occupied? No more business for the next hour? It's the same story time after time. Spadina, St. Clair, King all have had their version of this. Yes, they have, indeed. I agree with you. Hey, will this one translate? Marina, great walk, Johnny. I enjoyed it. Thanks for your walk. I watched your stream with Ken at your house yesterday. It was fun, especially like the story with the shorts. Ken doesn't like wearing shorts. John Gordon says, thanks for all your videos from Ken and you. Now I know Toronto better than I did before. You're welcome. Roger Temple says, another nice Saturday walk around Toronto. Thank you. We're at the point where I'm just kind of skimming over some of the comments. It's already 9:30. In the Garden of Eden, honey, don't you know that I love you? In the dun, 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 dun. That's what I wanted them to play on the pipes in the church. That was a good stream, and I hope my friends Caroline has an enjoyable weekend, and I will talk to you tomorrow morning in the chat. Gertej, Caroline, if you're in the chat, Gertej wishing you a wonderful weekend. Anti-transit folks and anti-bicycle folks are the same folks. They should get the same respect as MAGA folks, and that is zero respect. I don't know if they're the same, but at the same time, that comment's not wrong. I don't think any of those groups deserve any respect at all, so I'm going to hurt it. Hate me all you want, but I don't disagree with this person. I like to be in Thailand just walking around and meeting cute Thailand women. Yes, you're just having meet cutes everywhere you go. That's a weird... I don't know how to react to that. Even if that's your thing, don't tell people that's your thing because you look like a fucking weirdo. We'll just leave it at that. The anti-transit movement. Okay, I've had enough of this. It's making my brain hurt. It's making my brain hurt. I've somehow made a little beer last most of the stream. Should we take a few phone calls before we call it a night? Should we do that? Should we do that? We'll say goodbye to the green screen. Filters off. There we go. Make that shit. Current affair says phone calls. Let me get this. The theme of the night will be short and sweet. Let's try to keep them short and sweet because it's late, at least for this stream. So I'll post a phone number you can call in if you want to call in. We already have a phone call coming in. Dylan Reynolds. I haven't even posted the number, Dylan. Dylan, I can't. Does someone know my number? I can't open the app to see the number to post. Dylan, call back. Let me get my app open, buddy. Let me get the app open. No one even had a chance to call in. All right. I'm surprised I haven't remembered this. Dylan calls it every 10 minutes on Sunday. Oh, this isn't all right. 647-313-9658. If you want to call in, we're going to keep it short and sweet. But Dylan, you can call back now if you wish. Everybody can call in. There's the number. I'll pin it. Hey, someone beat him to the punch. We got a 289 number. Hello there.
Hello.
Hey, who are we speaking with?
It's Chris from Hamilton.
Chris from Hamilton. How's it going, Chris from Hamilton?
No, not too worse. Yourself?
Yeah, not too worse either.
And everyone else, yeah?
You had a good weekend?
I did, yeah. Just a lot of running around with the soccer tournaments and dancing with girls, you know?
Soccer tournaments and dancing with girls. That sounds like an incredible weekend. You should make a movie about that.
No, that came around and my daughter was dancing.
Oh, okay.
Not exotically either.
No, but it sounded a little more wild the first time. This one sounds a little more wholesome. So
Yeah.
we'll that's good. So what's new in your neck of the woods?
I finally was able to post some videos on my Christopher Walking YouTube website. Finally kind of figured out how to do it, I guess.
Christopher Walk. It's funny when I type Christopher, it shows up Christopher Walken.
Walk-in, yeah. No, I'm walking. G.
Hamilton. Oh, it didn't show up when I typed in your name. Maybe
Let's see here.
leave a chat. Just drop a quick chat in the and then
Or
like
if in the HBC goodbye, it might come up. I'm sorry.
oh, there it is. Yeah, I
and
found
then
it. I found it.
Yeah.
I found it.
Okay. I want to keep it short and sweet, but yeah, unfortunately, I had to record them in 1080 because I don't have a computer or a laptop at 4K.
Well, there's a
And
Chris. I'm just showing your channel now. I'll subscribe with the Johnny. You only got 2 subscribers so far, so you're brand new.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
No, 10.
I was super nervous making all these videos.
Hey, it's cool that that you did it though. Congrats to getting the ball rolling. Ancaster Meadowlands Power Center. You already put more effort into it than I do. You got text up there on the screen. Awesome stuff. Well, guys, if you're interested in seeing Hamilton and supporting a new venture in the world of YouTube walking, check out Christopher Walking. I'll put a link to that in the chat. There we go. Well,
Let me put. Do I hear a meow? Yes, I have a cat right beside me here. He decides to yip yap while I'm on the phone.
awesome.
Never any other time.
Well, Christopher, we are keeping it short and sweet, but do you have a joke for us tonight?
Sure. Why did the PowerPoint presentation cross the road?
Why did the PowerPoint presentation cross the road? You got me.
To get to the other slide.
Ha!
Oh my God! Be quiet.
Ba-dum-tsh. You've been. Tiana says, "I love you, sweet cat."
Yeah.
Someone said they subscribed. Awesome. Well, Christopher, thank you for calling in. And
Thank you so much.
I hope you have an amazing start to the week, and good luck with your channel. It's looking good. It's always a slow grind at the start. You gotta
Oh, yeah.
just get some videos up and figure it out.
I'm trying different things with each video, like putting myself on at the beginning or not, or graphics and whatnot, but we'll see.
I recommend
Work in progress.
putting some personality into it, because at the end of the day, you want to have some kind of connection with your viewers, right? You want to have your fingerprint on it. Like, I know some people just want to do an ASMR channel, and that might work if you're in Tokyo or New York City.
Right.
But even in Toronto, I figured I had to do that, like, right? And that'll just open up a world of possibilities. So that's my advice. I might be ruining your channel and dooming you from the start, but I would try to inject some Christopher into the videos. I think you'll just strike a better connection with your viewers that way.
For sure.
But best of luck. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right. Take care.
Take care, everybody. Thanks, Johnny.
That was Christopher Walken from Hamilton. Christoph says, do a Christopher Walken stream after every stream. Just a thought or a scene. Christoph says, do a Christopher... Oh, I'm just reading. Hey! I wonder who this is.
Hi, Johnny. Guys, it's Dylan again.
We know. How's it going, Dylan?
Doing good. Like, I actually wanted to tell you guys a story. The other day at the Beers and Cheers stream, I accidentally fell asleep on the job.
Is your dad yelling at you?
Yep.
People love that. You fell asleep on the Beers and Cheers stream.
Yeah, accidentally.
Was that...
After accident. Yeah, like, I wanted to tell you that I was honestly wondering what one of your videos would be, or to recreate the video you did back on May 12th of 2020 when you walked through the path and skywalk.
May 12th of 2020.
Yeah, when you did the walk through the path?
I do. Well, I've
Around
probably done a dozen of those, but I remember that one because I did the skywalk before it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if you wanted to recreate that walk like you did with the one that you did back on July 17th, 2020, and then the one you did back on November 5th, 2019, when you walked through the financial district.
Oh, that one, that financial district one, got a lot of views. I've recreated that one a few times, but you know what, Dylan? I've done the path within the last month or so, I think. But maybe we'll find a rainy day in the summer where I just don't feel like going outside and battling the rain, and I'll go back and I'll do the skywalk and the path video again. I'll just recreate it just as it was.
Yeah.
Sound good? And I'll mention you. I'll shout you out. I'll say this one is requested by our good friend Dylan Reynolds. Sound good?
Yeah.
And now I'm going to ask you to give us a joke.
Oh, I think my dad had one for you guys.
Your dad has a joke. All right.
Yeah, I'm here.
Mr. Reynolds.
Hello, sir. How are you doing?
Good. How are you? You know you're
I'm watching.
you're quite popular, right?
Yeah. Well, I like yelling at Dylan to stop being annoying, but I can say that my Honda Accord was struck by lightning and acquired a positive charge. Then it started playing music. It had become an accordion.
You guys get it? Accordion. That was a good one. You've that was a better joke than what Dylan has told us before.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Mr. Reynolds. And thank you, Dylan. I hope you guys have an awesome week. That was as Cam says, a 10 out of 10 joke.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in, Dylan. We'll catch you on the next one. Yoink.
Yeah, I'll pass you on the next one.
All right, take it. All right, you too, Mr. Reynolds. Wow, Dylan's dad made an appearance, and he knows you guys love it when he yells at Dylan. Oh, that was awesome. If anyone wants to call in, we can take another call or two. 647-313-9658. Hey, someone just called and then they hung up. Did they get cold feet? Oh, we got another caller coming in. Hello there.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, who are we speaking with?
You're speaking with Utterly Free and Heather.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going? Sorry, the Heather and
Utterly Free.
Utterly Free
Yeah.
from the chat.
Yeah. We got a joke for you.
Oh, you're just getting right to it. No chit chat, no small talk.
I try to keep it sweet and simple, you know?
Yeah, I can imagine what your first dates must be like. Jeez, you just
They're quick ones.
So why can't you hear a pterodactyl going to the bathroom?
Why can't you hear a pterodactyl going to the bathroom? You got me.
Because the P is silent.
That's a good one because the P is silent. I'm sure that one needs no explanation. And just before I let you go after dropping a hilarious joke, do you have another one?
Oh God.
If you're gonna do a quickie, you might as well bang two out, right?
That's right. Oh gosh. I don't have another one. I'm not a law by now.
You gotta watch your stunned.
So you did your homework. You came up with a banger of a joke, and then you're like, everyone's gonna think I'm hilarious. There's no way he's gonna ask me for a second one.
No encore this time.
No encore. My dad jokes, that's where it ends. With dad
Awesome.
jokes.
Well, I can see you're calling from the GTA-ish. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Out in Oakville.
oh, awesome. Where in Oakville?
The northern part.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
I grew up in like Mississauga in the very western part. So
Oh, I did too in Streetsville.
oh, neat. I was over in Clarkson, Lauren Park, but often frequented Oakville, so
Yeah.
quite familiar with.
Jane Wilson.
Oh.
There's from the hood.
Oh, it's Janet Wilson. You
Yeah.
a hood rescue. Now she's in Oakville.
Yeah. I taught in Korea as well.
Oh, where in Korea did you teach?
Yeah, Masan and Busan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
When was that?
I taught 2004 to 2006, and then I backpacked across Asia for a year after.
That seems to be the thing people used to do after.
Yeah, it was. I wanted to teach, so see if I can travel and teach at the same time. It was good.
Yeah. Yep. Awesome stuff. Well, thank you guys so much for calling in, and thank you for the awesome joke. And
Well, see you later, Johnny.
You have a nice night.
next time have two
Bye.
jokes. All right. Take care. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Wow, that was Utterly Free and Heather. Awesome people. Thank you for calling in. We've had some good calls tonight. Maybe we could do one or two more. 647-313-9658. Hopefully, if no one calls in within a minute, I'm going to shut the app off. How's that? Hey, we've got another call coming in. Why, hello there. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, who is this?
Alicia.
Alicia, do we know anyone? Is it Alicia or Alicia?
Well, there's only one Alicia.
Yeah, and didn't someone ask you, does it matter how it's pronounced? And you said it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Like, no one ever gets my name right, so, like, just Alicia is fine.
What was your favorite part of going to Thailand?
Probably just, like, walking on the beach and, like, exploring, like, the parts of, like, the city, because I stayed in Bangkok for, like, a little while, too. It was pretty good.
Yeah, Bangkok's pretty awesome, isn't it? Where in Bangkok did you stay?
So I was near Terminal 21, but I stayed with my sister.
Oh, yeah. That's right where I stayed. I always stay in that area. It's a awesome but interesting area.
Yeah, it was pretty lively too, actually.
Yeah, Monday, like you don't know when it's the weekend and when it's a weekday, right? It's just every night. It's just a million people on the street till 4 a.m.
Oh yeah.
It's always
Definitely.
busy. I honestly feel like my heart is beating faster and I'm just more alive whenever I'm in that city. It's just like, it's like a buzz that you get. It's like a massive buzz and a wake up call. It's awesome. Stephanie asking the question I was going to ask, are you jet lagged?
Yes. For the last few days, like when I was coming back, when I got to San Francisco to go to Toronto, that flight was just terrible. Like it was shaking and nonstop. So like I'm having a headache this past like week or so now.
Yeah, you know what? My flight from Bangkok to Vancouver was better than Vancouver to Toronto. Vancouver to Toronto felt miserable, right? Whereas
boy.
like the 13-hour flight was like nothing. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like even just getting there wasn't so bad. Just coming back was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But how are you?
I'm good. We're just doing the Sunday night thing. We didn't do it last week because of the Leafs, but
Well, that's right. I think the Oilers play today around 3 o'clock.
oh, did they win?
Yes.
So what is that series at?
Good question. I do not know. I didn't even watch the game. I just know the score because I was in Niagara Falls.
Oh, you went to Niagara Falls today.
Yeah, I just got home actually.
Awesome. Well, you know what I'm going to ask you?
Oh no, I don't have a joke.
You don't. Mike says the Oilers are up 2-1. Go Canada. Fuck you, separatists, but go Alberta-based hockey club. You don't have a joke for us.
No, but next time.
All right, I'll let you off the hook for jet
Yeah.
lag. What was your favorite food in Thailand?
Okay, so there's this dish I normally get. It's like a pork dish. It comes with rice, like cucumber, tomato. Really, really good. And I love green curry as well.
Do you know the name of that dish?
I think it's called holy basil with rice.
Oh, that's like a pad gra pao, kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I know. It's very similar. Yeah, cool. Great dish.
Yeah, really, really good.
Well, I'm gonna let you go, but thank you so much for calling in and welcome back to Canada. We've got some miserable spring weather for you.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night, Johnny.
All right, take care.
Bye.
That was Alicia Lewis. Janice says, "Why planes bounce in the air?" Yeah, that's called turbulence, and it's not fun. But Kurt says, "Where's my suitcase of pad thai?" But I'm gonna unpin the phone number. I think we've had a pretty good stream. It's kind of weird not having the green screen up the whole time. Mike says, "Anyone been to Thailand during Songkran?" This guy, I have a video that's got a few 100,000 views walking around Thailand in Songkran. It's nuts, but I want to thank you all for tuning in and bearing with me throughout this stream. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe, hit the bell. Like I said, I'm going to start working on some more videos for this channel. I bought a camera. Might as well make some shit. I don't know. At least the live streams no longer look like ass. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I want to thank our mods for their great work. I want to just thank all of you so much. Thank you to everyone who called in. Howard Charco, Phuket Walk, Mark S., Will Lee, Jeanette, Cam, Whippadude, David Ing, Marge, Gertej, Dutchman, Dutchman AZ, Jellybean, Janice Pike, Yahya, Cam, Mike, Tiana, Otterly Free, and Heather. Thank you for calling in. You guys had a killer joke. Diva Tequila, joke singular. Caroline. Cam says, "Doink, the Ottawa Wanderer." Thank you so much for calling in. I'm going to hit the magic end stream button. So I will, I don't know if I might, because I bought this new camera, I'm probably going to be obsessed with playing around with it on the e-bike tomorrow. That might be all I get accomplished. But I might do an e-bike live stream if I figure it out and I get everything running in like the stabilized quality that I want. So possibly an e-bike live stream tomorrow. And then I'm going to try to do my suburb excursion or a suburb excursion on Tuesday or Thursday. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Yoink.